Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a very small autobiography about my life. The title I put is It's My Life because, well, I'm going to share the most important things about it. There are two types of people that think there are different styles of life. This is like a little sketch of how it would be. You have your ups and downs. Some ups and downs are more closer than others. And then there's the great people that, well, the ones that have a lot of triumphs in life. We look at it this way. They have a lot of ups and downs, and, well, they have more goals. But this is the actual way how our lives are. You see that you get your downs, but then your ups are higher. You get more downs, and your ups are higher. And then there comes a part of our lives where we have just downs. But thanks to those downs, we have very big ups. And well, this is going to be like a little sketch of what mine will be. First of all, life versus me. There comes a time in our lives where we have this little kick of life that tells us how it's really going to be. And it actually starts, you could say, like at age 5 or 6. And of course it's not like a very big kick like adults or teenagers, but you start seeing problems, you know, family problems, school problems, and stuff like that. My very first love was when I found out that my grandfather owned a ranch. Right there, I fell in love with the open space, rounding up the cattle, horseback riding, and well, that was my very, very first up, the one that I fell in love with. Then there came the problems about studying, just as every other kid in school. I had trouble. It was very, very complicated. Of course, those comes with the problems with your parents telling you, come on, you need to do better. You need to, your only obligation is to study. And well, that came my very big down, you could say, very big, I got grounded. I remember that problem very, very much. Then, after that problem, they introduced me to the swimming team. I used to be in the club of YMCA. I got to 3rd level. I had a lot of 6th place, 2nd place. Actually, one time I had 1st place. But thanks to this sport, I got to realize how enthusiasm I could be. I got better at my grades. I got more active, I just fell in love with this second love I had for sports. And well, here came the nightmare of all the children, moving. I moved to another country. I tried to stay positive since I really didn't have much friends. But to the moving, I got bullied a lot because I was from another country. So yeah, it was a very, very big down. But thanks to that, my character had strengthened, and because of that, I got introduced to my 3rd love, which is karate, martial arts. I fell in love with this, and it got my character stronger, and I got to defend myself in a certain way, not physically, but I got to protect my spirit, my mind, and my body. Then there came a time where my family had economic problems. I was in a very big recognized high school, which is CDEB, and there came a time where they couldn't afford it, and to tell you the truth, I loved that school, and I was really afraid that I couldn't finish it. So here came there was an opportunity that there was a championship on karate. It's called Imwali Malama. It was part of Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León. And thanks to that sport that was inside of that university, I got the opportunity to possibly have a scholarship, a sportive scholarship, but it would help my dad in some way. So I trained for 3 months, and of the 5 categories, I could only participate in 3. I won 2 of the 3 gold medals. It got me the opportunity to have a scholarship, and thanks to that, I mean, it was, you could say, the very big impact of my life of having the first try of don't give up. If there's something wrong, I mean, do something about it. Just don't sit down. Then there came college, just as everyone else. And with college, I didn't have time for anything. I had to say goodbye to my 3 loves, which is horseback riding, swimming, and karate. I didn't participate in any sports for about 2 to 3 years. And then I came in touch with my 4th love, not the guy, the sport, which is espeleología, which is a very big club of sports where you go to caves, you go to explore caverns, little holes inside the earth. It's very, very fun, and I loved it a lot. And it's a very, very extreme sport, and that helped me find, you know, in a certain way, a path. I realized that the things that let me continue are my sports, because without my sports, I don't know what I would be doing. And thanks to these sports, my 4 loves, I found, in a way, my path. And I know I still have a long way to go, but if I keep trying new sports, new extreme sports to find myself, I mean, I'll probably be able to find who I am. And now I'm going to show you a very small video. I hope you guys like it. Thank you very much.
Rise and shine. 6 a.m. and your hand can't make it to the alarm clock before the voices in your head start telling you that it's too early, too dark, and too cold to get out of bed. Aching muscles lie still in rebellion, pretending not to hear your brain commanding them to move. A legion of voices are shouting their unanimous permission for you to hit the snooze button and go back to dreamland. But you didn't ask their opinion. The voice you've chosen to listen to is one of defiance. A voice that says there was a reason you set that alarm in the first place. So sit up, put your feet on the floor, and don't look back, because we've got work to do. Welcome to the grind. For what is each day but a series of conflicts between the right way and the easy way? 10,000 streams fan out like a river delta before you, each one promising the path of least resistance. Thing is, you're headed upstream. And when you make that choice, when you decide to turn your back on what's comfortable and safe and what some would call common sense, well, that's day 1. From there, it only gets tougher. So just make sure this is something you want, because the easy way out will always be there, ready to wash you away. All you have to do is pick up your feet. But you aren't going to, are you? With each step comes the decision to take another. You're on your way now, but this is no time to dwell on how far you've come. You're in a fight against an opponent you can't see, but oh, you can feel him on your heels, can't you? Feel him breathing down your neck. You know what that is? That's you. Your fears, your doubts, and insecurities all lined up like a firing squad, ready to shoot you out of the sky. But don't lose heart. While they're not easily defeated, they are far from invincible. Remember, this is the grind, the battle royale between you and your mind, your body, and the devil on your shoulder who's telling you that this is just a game. This is just a waste of time. Your opponents are stronger than you. Drown out the voice of uncertainty with the sound of your own heartbeat. Burn away your self-doubt with a fire lit beneath you. Remember what we're fighting for and never forget that momentum's a cruel mistress. She can turn on a dime or the smallest mistake. She is ever searching for the weak place in your armor, that one tiny thing you forgot to prepare for. So as long as the devil is hiding the details, the question remains, is that all you got? Are you sure? And when the answer is yes, when you've done all you can to prepare yourself for battle, then it's time to go forth and boldly face your enemy, the enemy within. Only now you must take that fight into the open, into hostile territory. You're a lion in a field of lions, all hunting the same elusive prey with a desperate starvation that says victory is the only thing that can keep you alive. So believe that voice that says you can run a little faster, and you can throw a little harder, and that for you, the laws of physics are merely a suggestion. Luck is the last dying wish of those who want to believe that winning can happen by accident. Sweat, on the other hand, is for those who know it's a choice. So decide now, because destiny waits for no man. And when your time comes and 1,000 different voices are trying to tell you you're not ready for it, listen instead to that lone voice of dissent. The one that says you are ready, you are prepared. It's all up to you now. So rise and shine.